Hey y'all, I know that last week we talked about moving to Abeka for some things because we already have the resources to send home and we already have the lesson plans for it. And the good thing is that Abeka has given us these free hours that actually teach the lesson for us. So it's going to eliminate us having to stand up and teach and do Zoom with our kids in a few of our subjects. Before I move on, I want to explain a few things. Abeka's lessons can be pretty lengthy, so we cannot keep assigning different things for our students whenever it comes to the various subjects that we teach Abeka in. We have limited time with families that have multiple kids. We have limited technology, and so if we use all, 7 subjects for kindergarten, we can't assign a new lesson every day. They would be sitting in front of the computer watching the videos all day. And so I'm trying to find that healthy balance. And that healthy balance, in my opinion, would be that they do 2 subjects and 2 videos a week with the Abeka resource. And I will send out a template that kind of has the pacing of the week that I'd like for it to go. Since everybody is using math, I would go ahead and use math as one of the videos that they watch, and I would assign 2 lessons a week. I know you go through more than that in your classroom, but we want to set it up where they watch the lesson, the next day they practice, they watch the second lesson, the next day they practice, and then on Friday they will either do a quiz or an activity or an assessment based on what they learned that week. We are not with them, so we can't move faster because we can't see what they are getting and what they are not getting when it comes to comprehending the concept. So I will send you out a template along with this video that has them how I want that pacing to go. I would also choose a second subject. I thought for kindergarten through second grade, having something in the language arts category, whether it's phonics, whether it's writing, whether it's reading, where they are teaching, doing 2 lessons a week on that as well. So you can send the video out, you can do a practice sheet, you can send the video out, you can do a practice sheet, and so forth. For 3rd through 5th grade, I know you guys do science and history, so your second subject from math would be science or history, and you can choose whatever science lesson or history lesson that you want to do. So whenever you or a student log into Abeka's dashboard, you're going to go right up here where it says at school.abeka.com. And then you're going to go over to where it says account and you're going to log in. So I've set up Finn as just a proxy student for us so you guys can show. So let's say that I am going to have Finn as one of my students. I'm going to put his username and password. I will send out a username and password for every one of your students that you can send home with them. And you will have one as well that will have direct concentrations for your grade level, and it'll have your resources to choose from to get your lessons. If I can remember my password. Okay, so let's say Finn logs into it, and I'm going to go over to dashboard, and I'm going to go down to video streaming. Now, Finn is we're going to do kindergarten, K5. That's what I've given him permission to do, and I'll give all of yours. And then here's our K5 activities. Let's say that he's going to do K5 phonics. And then let's say that Mrs. Haynes, he's in Mrs. Haynes' class, and she's on lesson 27 for the phonics. So I can do phonics review or I can do phonics. So I'm going to choose the first one to do, and then it'll come up and they will play and watch the video. And yes, some of them are very cheesy, but hey, we take what we can get. So let's say that me as a teacher wanted to log in, and he goes through the video and gets through the day and so forth. But I'm going to now go back and I'm going to sign Finn out, and I'm going to log in as a teacher now. So I'm going to go, same thing, log in. And your logins will be your first and last name, and your first letter will be capital. Your first letter of your first name is capitalized. And then I will have a password for each one of you depending on your grade level. Okay, so for you guys to choose your lessons, you're going to do the exact same thing. In your teacher manual, you have lesson numbers for daily lessons. For example, for my biology class, we are on lesson 103, which is in chapter 16. So I'm going to go to dashboard. I'm going to go to video streaming. And then I can put in right here what subject I am teaching, or 103. And I can search for that. Then it'll say it's been playing because I've already tried this, and I can just go to restart. So the main thing that I want you to think about, and it'll play the video for you up here. The main thing that I want you to do is two things. I want you to be able to go in, log in with your login, find the lessons that you want to do. Again, your lessons will directly correlate with your teacher guide, your teacher manual for your books. Then you are going to add those into your lesson plans. I'm going to send out a template that you can kind of look and see what that looks like. And I'm also going to make a how-to of how to log in for both teachers and students because they're the exact same way. Every single one of your students can view it. The only difference between this and another online module is we can't see if they actually viewed it. We're just kind of trusting that they viewed it. So you need to keep that in mind whenever you give a lesson. I hope this has been helpful. If you guys have any questions, let me know.